Hi everybody, welcome back. Episode 10 of Saving Luton Town. And yeah, we probably do need a bit of saving at the moment, but we are in 12th. It's all about trusting the process. And there was a point where we really had to trust the process because the process was not working. Before we get into all that and today's games against Newcastle and Brighton and Hove Albion, if you're not yet subscribed, if you could, try and get 500, that is the big 500, as they call it. I believe that's what the kids say. So if you are watching this and you're not yet subscribed, if you could, that would mean awesome to me. Hit that like button as well. Really surprised the amount of views this series has got, considering it's, at the end of a cycle and all that jazz. But yeah, let's get into the schedule. We've played quite a few games. You saw us be disappointing against Brentford and Bournemouth. Well, then we were disappointing against Arsenal and Leicester and Liverpool. But they were all 1-0 losses. I was like, we need to score goals. So we played a friendly against London Colony. We beat them 5-0. I was like, okay, not great. But that was the catalyst that we needed. And we kick-started them with a 4-1 win over Chelsea. Brojan scored after 27 minutes, and I was like, hells, here we go again. But Thiago Silva got himself sent off, and from then we kicked off with Adebayo bagging a double, Chong and Rojas getting on the score sheet, and we absolutely blitzed Chelsea. But a gutsy 1-0 win over Crystal Palace, where Lewis Jr. came back into the fold and kept a clean sheet, which was excellent. We did have a really bad injury to Derek Cohn, who broke his wrist. But he's on his way back, so that's good news for him. We then had a great 3-1 win over Aston Villa. Elijah Adebayo getting a double. Again, he only seems to score doubles from now on, but once again, we played them off the park and we were getting goals, which was excellent. I couldn't want more. We then faced top of the table Manchester United, and lo and behold, it was 4-0 at half-time, and I was like, yeah, I said a few choice words then, but I revved the boys up at halftime, and we sort of came back into it, scoring 2 goals. The problem was we just let too many in the first half. That was followed up by a 1-0 win over Fulham, an absolutely outstanding Julian Fernandez free kick in the 94th minute. So that was good, but Lewis Jr., another clean sheet when Fulham really were pegging us back here. We managed to get our defensive resolve and keep the clean sheet, which is something that we have lacked. We then played Spurs, high flying Spurs, if Tottenham, if memory, 11th. So they're not that high flying, but they're a really good team. And to put 3 past them, Adebayo getting another double, obviously, and Leo Grimil getting his first goal for the club. It was pretty much all over at halftime. And once again, XG-wise, we really dominated, and Spurs couldn't quite get back into the game. It's disappointing they had 1 shot on target and scored, but, you can't win them all, and those wins have seen us move up into 12th in the Premier League. At one point, look at this. After losing to Liverpool, we were bottom of the table. And then after obviously beating Chelsea, we've started to climb back up again. There's the loss to Manchester United. But we've slowly climbed our way back up the table, and wow, I can say it has been great because I was quite stressed, especially around this point here. I was like, we're done. We are in a proper relegation dogfight, but we've managed to claw our way out of it. And yeah, trust the process. Now, the tactic looks very similar. It's called Hatter time because we're the Hatters. It's just really positional changes. We've got now a complete wing back, 1 ball playing defender, an inverted winger on support. So just more some positional changes and some instructions, not so much the formation. As you can see, some players were supporting. He agrees with Pelly Ruddock, who is, I think that's got to do. They came and saw me and said, we're doing crap, we need to sort this. And these were all red, but I've managed to turn them all around now, and at least we're sort of starting getting into the green, which is great. We play 6th place Newcastle United today, which is, look, it's going to be a challenge. I'll admit that. Going to be a challenge. Injuries-wise, Jed Steer is out for 5 months. Cruciate or Achilles, was it? It was cruciate Achilles, damaged Achilles. And Julian Fernandez is out for 4 weeks with a twisted ankle. Con is back, and we've still got Ibrahim Medel here. Cannot get him a work permit, cannot get him out on loan. 19th of December, I believe his work permit is due back. So maybe after the Brighton game, we'll find out if he can get a work permit. He's played 6 games for Egypt, so I'm hoping that is enough. It's ridiculous that he can't get one. It's absolutely ridiculous, but I'm hoping he can get one to kickstart us in January, and he'll be like a January signing. Anyway, here's the team for today. It is Lewis Jr. in goal. Aaron's at right back. Portillo at left back. Anderson and Gremel there. Campbell at the base of midfield. Heze in that central midfielder role. Crispy, Chong and Scott Olsen there with Adebayo up front. Yes, I want you to pick up where you left off last time. And definitely, if we play again like we did against Spurs, we will beat Newcastle here. I'm convinced. Their form's been a little bit patchy. Still a very, very good team managed by Diego Simeone. As I fix up all of this regular data analyst. No one wants that when you're like 40,000 kilometers above the stadium. Slightly faster. Go. And we will encourage as Chong over the free kick now. Probably a bit too far out to get that in, trying to get someone's head. And it's in. It's in. Elijah Adebayo has scored after a minute 38. Get in, my son. Means he's going to get a double. Because recently, that's all he gets is just doubles. It's Chong with the free kick here. It's Heze. No, it's a Newcastle player. Adebayo gets the header down. Pope knocks it away, but cannot make the double save as he goes to ground, and Adebayo is there. The classic poacher's goal. My God, we're up into bloody 8. Oh my God. My God. European spots, here we come. Second game against Brighton, who are bottom of the table. That'll be, I mean, we know what's going to happen. It'll be like a win against Newcastle, and then we'll lose to bottom of the table because, I mean, does anyone ever beat the bottom of the table team? Because we were when Chelsea played us and they were like 3rd or something. And we beat them 4-1. Because, how do you like, I mean, they're top of the table. Top of the table, Chelsea. We beat them 4-1 when we were bottom. They weren't top then, but you know what I'm saying? You can't beat the bottom of the table team. So that Brighton one is really going to be a challenge there as Aaron's now collecting the ball. I don't know what sort of turn that was, but he's taken it off Jordi Alba, trying to find Adebayo. He can't quite get it. He drags it. I was going to say drags it all the way back, but that's all the way back to Portillo there. The angle was probably just a little bit too tight for Adebayo there. There's Mohamed Kudus now finding Isak, but he is dispossessed. But Kudus picks up the ball yet, and he is hit the post. Max Aaron clears. Scott Olsen now. Can we counter? Adebayo using his height. Chong trying to get there. But Crispy does. Adebayo now goes all the way back to the Argentinian Portillo, and the highlight ends. Oh, it is go, go, go. Kieran Trippier now with the throw in. Isak on the ball. Back to Trippier. And we are now actually, because other results seem to have gone away, we are up into... are we an early kickoff? Surely we're an early kickoff, jumping ahead in the table that much, which is nuts that we're in European spots. It's ridiculous. Jordi Alba there bidding Max Aaron's to the ball. That was all Max Aaron's. That was totally Max Aaron's fault. He should have got back and got that ball. I mean, how old's Jordi Alba? This is Max Aaron's. He should get this. That's poor. It's almost like he has shrunk away. Oh, how old is Jordi Alba? He's 34. Like, Max Aaron's should be absolutely getting him for pace. I mean, geez, Portillo now, Adebayo using his height, but he can only head it on to Nick Pope, who clutches it. Botman now. Bruno Guimaraes. Scott Olsen tracking back. He's moved over to the left side now. Cutting inside. Campbell, the Scotsman and the captain, Anderson. Campbell now. Bruno Guimaraes, Wilson, Isak, the goal scorer, Tonali, Trippier, Newcastle, building here for something. Isak, it's 2-1. I don't want to watch that anymore. Newcastle, I've just realised Newcastle have 2 shots on target and they've scored. That kills me. And to point the finger, we need more, but like, sort it out. Come on. And it demands some more as well. I'm ruining getting Luis Jr. as my goalkeeper. I should have pushed the boat out. Go attacking. Should have pushed the boat out and tried to get someone who was more established as a European goalkeeper player thing. Bright changes. Scott Olsen really struggling to meet the pace of the Premier League. Matthias Reza scored his first goal against Manchester United. Forgot to point that out. We also have 0 wingers on the bench because obviously, which is great because Crispy is not playing well. So we are going to bring on Diaz for Crispy. We'll move Chong out there, and we will actually do not swap any more positions. Max Aaron's had a shocker out there. Santiago Heze is not playing well. We're going to bring on Gagliardini for him if I can know. Right, got the 3 substitutions right this time. Hopefully they work. Gagliardini was up, he was down, and then he was back up again. Come on, boys. I mean, at least Newcastle have had some more shots on target now that haven't gone in the back of the net. But a couple more changes. We've got some tired players, and I need these guys fresh. We do play Brighton in a few days, so I'm going to bring on Tyson Rezo out on the wing for Chong. Why is Diaz there? He shouldn't be there. He shouldn't have swapped. I took that off. And we might make a change with Ngalo for Aaron's. Right. Come on, boys. Just a goal. Just need a goal. That's all we need. Come on. Demand some more. We're not going to win this, and it's been a game where we have out XG'd Newcastle. But we've got a final highlight here, and it is Ngalo. The great ball through to Matthias Arezzo. Can he make it count? He can't. He should have just squared it. That's what I get for playing a striker on the wing. Ugh. This will be a goal just to blow their score out. Any day, Kieran. Any day now. Trust the process. Trust the process. I mean, this is frustrating because this has blown this scoreline well out now. Lewis Jr., I picked you up. I bigged you up. No, I'm not happy. And we played bottom of the table. Right. Are they still bottom? Yes, they're still bottom, obviously, because, on to bottom of the table, Brighton. Oh, it's ages away. I thought it was really close. It's not. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know much anyway. Yoshi. Right, on to Brighton. Right, just before we get into this Brighton game, we've had our youth intake preview. It is poor. Excellent. Good job this isn't a long save, hey? We've also drawn West Brom in the FA Cup 3rd round. So, yeah, interesting there. But anyway, let's get into the Brighton game. Not many changes for this one. I think the team is exactly the same. The only change is Mpanzu drops off the bench for Rojas, who comes in. Other than that, I think it's going to stay pretty much the same. No, we're going to take Crispy off for Luca Romero. I think he's played better. He's not played that well. That'll do. Yep, let's get into it. Come on. Go bottom of the table, Brighton. What can go wrong? Right, a Chong free kick. This went well last time against Newcastle. And it does this time with Mads Anderson scoring. Chong with the free kick. Get in. Although this is pretty much how the Newcastle game went, and we all know how that ended. Total domination, yet losing 3-1. Brighton are quite poor, as you'll see by bottom of the table. But it is very congested here when you have a look at us on 20 down in 12th. And a win puts us up, in touching distance of European places. So it's a very, very tight middle of the Premier League. Scott Olsen now in a good spot. Adebayo, get in. It's 2-0 after 12 minutes. That's his 10th of the season. If he can score 20, we will not get relegated. I have said that before, because that is how football works. Portillo now with a throw in. It is another attacking Luton highlight. Jose Campbell with the head there. Couldn't quite get it on target. It is Sanchez with a pretty decent save, would say. And Matoma now on the ball. Solly March finds Matoma. Let's not let them get straight back into this, because that'll be typical us. Anderson with the ball. Back to Gremil Campbell. Scott Olsen. Chong drives forward. Chong doesn't miss for there. fourth goal of the season. It's 3-0 Luton, and it is game, set, and... it's not game, set, and match, because we have scored 3 goals, yes, but it's 3 early goals, and that sometimes can be a real killer. We've got another long throw here. Patillo, Chong, Aarons can't get to it. Heze doesn't have the pace, but Matoma does, and Brighton on the counter now. It is Matoma charging down the right. Everyone's just holding back. Matoma crosses, and João Pedro scores. Told you it was too easy. Or too soon. Not too easy, too soon to say it was game, set, and match. Second shot of the target game for Brighton. Back of the net. I said it wasn't a goalkeeping issue while we were losing those games, but maybe it is a goalkeeping issue. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe we need another goalkeeper in January. Maybe Junior Luis Junior, isn't the start of that. I thought. I mean, he's decent, but I probably shouldn't have really brought him into a relegation candidate team. Thinking that he would be decent. This is going to be 2 here. Oh, skies it, João Pedro. I don't know. He looks good, 22. He's huge. He's good potential. I don't know. Alexander Nubel is transfer listed at Bayern Munich, so we could make a move for him in January, maybe. Speaking of moves, we are going to make some moves from the bench. Obviously, Luca Romero not playing well because, I brought him on to start, so he's not going to have a good game. Nangalo can come off Max Aarons. And then other than that, I think it's pretty good. We'll just monitor people's fitness. Anyone who starts dropping to red, we'll look to take them off. That's exactly what we're going to do now. At the 77th minute mark, we've got Patillo, Campbell, and Heze, the men who probably all need a change. So Campbell, we're going to bring Rojas on, and I guess it's going to be Costa on for Patillo. Yeah, that's good. Point the finger, go out there, make him proud. Enough game time left for us to hold on for the win. I don't know where I was going with those words, but pretty even XG, and we have been the ones who have benefited from that today. It's also quite close. Sanchez now for Brighton, hoofing it long. Surely there's not enough time in this for Brighton to get back into it, but, we've managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory before, I'm pretty sure. Anderson now, Costa, Scovolson dispossessed by Tarek Lamptey now. Goes back to Veltman. Veltman over the top. João Pedro. Anderson gets his big noggin to it. But it is Matoma here. He's a danger. Oh, that's a good save, Luis Jr. A great save. Point blank range. And he has saved us from a nervy couple of minutes if João Pedro had got onto that one. Another corner though. Hoofed in this time, and Luis Jr. There it is. For once, we've actually won the game with a worse XG. Interesting, Robert Sanchez had a pretty awful game in goal, as he probably has all season, but a good 3-1 win. We didn't get cursed by the bottom of the table team, as is so often the case in Football Manager. Pretty happy about that, all things considered. Delighted. Take a bow, Scovolson. Thank God Scovolson played well, because he has been pretty dire this season. If we have a look here, Andreas Scovolson, he is averaging a 6.7 in the Premier League, so not the best of debuts for him, but he did get debut seasons, but he did get the 2 assists today, which is good. We do that. We have some scouting work, and I randomly press continue because I'm just clicking way too much. Right, like I said, we've got episode 11, 12, 13, 14, about 4 more episodes left to do. I might do a 5-year in the future. That'll be quite interesting because this is a youngish team, see where that goes. But we are going to, get a heap of games under our belt. We'll definitely do this FA Cup game. We'll probably come back for the end of the transfer window. Maybe Arsenal, Southampton, because why the hell not? Because we love playing Arsenal, absolutely love it. There will be FA Cup game in here, so maybe FA Cup and Southampton. That might be handy. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed that episode. If you've watched all this way and you're not yet subscribed, if you could, it would mean a lot to me. Smash that like button. See you guys next time. Bye.